So today agenda is in the last class we have already discussed for the for loop, but one loop we have skipped at that time. So that is the while loop. So first of all, we will complete loop statements. While loop we will go through, and one time more we will revision for loop. After then we will do conditional statement. Control statement. In this one we will cover break, continue, and pass. Then we will start discussion of the collections. In collection, just we will discuss today list. In today class we will cover these points. So first of all, we will go through with the loop statement. Inside the loop we have already discussed in the previous session for loop, but again today we will revision, and after then we will go through with the while loop. Then we understand control statement. There are 3 control statements available in Python, and these 3 control statements are also available in other programming languages like in C++, C, and Java, and the PHP at all places. And after then we will discuss here list collections. In collections, basically there are 4 types of collections are available: list, tuple, sets, and dictionary. In today's session only we will discuss with the list, and in the next session we will go through again with the list and other parts also. So let's start. So in the previous session I have already printed some pattern in the last time. So with the nested loop. So before going to the nested loop, first of all, just we recap these things. So for or either we loop, for which purpose we are using the loop. If the statement is iterative. Iterative means if we want to do any iteration, if we want to do iteration of the work, iteration of any work, at the time we will use loops. So we have already discussed there are 2 types of loop, for loop and while loop. So in for loop, what was the syntax there? So for, then we need to give any variable name here, okay? Their variable name. Generally, then we use the in. Okay, in we have already an operator, and after then we need to give a range or either list, any many type of thing we can give here. Either we need to use range function, either we need to use list, either we need to use your tuple, either we can use your dictionary, or either we can use your sets, either we can use your string values, what the string we have defined, we can use here also. Okay, after then we need to give this one, then we need to give the statement of the loop, means the body of the loop, or either you can body of loop. So for defining the body of the loop, and in the conditional statement, or either in the function, either in the class name, we always remember after the syntax in the last, we need to define the colon. So with the help of colon, the Python compiler will understand, okay, from here the loop or either any function or class will be started. So according to this, it will search inside just below line of the code, the body of the syntax. Okay, so in this way, so we have already discussed single loop. For example, if we want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number of this one. So with the help of single loop, we can use like for I in range, we have already discussed the range function, and we have defined here 10. After that, automatically it will start the printing value from 0. This is a single loop, and we have already discussed nested loop. Nested loop, what we have done at the time means when we want to do some iteration, like a pattern type of things, or either we can use okay, this type of pattern means when we want to display nested, but at what time we are using the nested, either it's a pattern, and when we want to work in rows and columns, at the time always we will use nested loop. With the help of single loop we can't do. If we are like a single dimension array, okay, like we are defining here in this way, or either I need to explain this thing here. Yeah. So here if we discuss like in this single dimensional, okay, this is called a single dimension. When we are going anything with the single dimension, you can do single dimensional work using the single loop. With the single loop, one loop you can use. When we want to go with the multi-dimension, it's a single dimension. Okay, only one row is available. More than one columns are available here. Okay, but row is only one. So it's called single dimension. When we are going for the multi-dimensional thing, like more than one rows are available there, so it's called multi-dimensional. It's called multi-dimensional. Here, like 1, 2, 3, 4 rows are available, or either any number of the column. Either 1, 2, 3, 4, any column will be available there. But if it is available only one row and one column, then we can achieve using the single loop also. But generally, when we are going with the rows and columns, like these are the rows and these are the columns. Okay, so it is called multi-dimensional. Multi-dimension. So you always remember when we are discussing with the multi-dimension, so at all time with the interaction or with doing anything with the multi-dimensional arrays and data, at the time we need to use nested loop, either 2 loop, 3 loop, any number of the loop according to the requirement we will use. So first of all, we are just in the previous we have discussed there, like if we are giving here 1, then again 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2 and 3 here, then 1, 2, 3 and 4 here. So here, like here, 4 rows are available and 5 columns are available if we have given here 5 anything. So here more than one row and more than one columns are available. So we need to use multi-dimensional. Multi-dimensional means we need to use one loop inside one loop. Okay, like this one. For row in range 1, 6 and for CL call in range like 0, row, and then we need to print the value COL. After then we want to give after completion of the one loop. So we want to send our control in a next row. So for this we need to give this one, but here we need to define in function. Then it will print the value in a single line, and it will tell the Python compiler does not send the control on the new line. So these are, we have already done these things. Single loop we are using. in the new line. Always it will come in a new line. If we want to give in a same line, then we need to run in this way. Okay, if we want to give one space, then it will show the white space between the two digits. The same thing what we can do here in a while loop. The syntax of while loop is something different according to the for loop. In while loop, first of all, we need to give the while statement. After then, here we need to give the statement, means condition basically. And after then, here the body of the loop means the statement. And in that way, either we need to give increment or decrement, and either on the basis of data, it will be automatically here. The things will be done. Like same thing, like we need to give the variable name, or either in here, if we don't need to give the in, either we don't need to use the range here also. Directly we can give this one. The condition basically we are providing here. How we will go? So like for example, the same statement, I want to print this statement, I want to print using the while loop. What we can do here? While before this one, we need to start a variable I equal to, for example, we want to print till 10 or 9, we can give here, then while I less than 10, then we need to print the value. And after then, if we have a stop, so like a nested loop, one loop is also here available, but basically infinite loop basically. This is not type of loop, basically this is a concept. Either infinite loop can be happen with the for loop also, either with the while loop also. Infinite loop. Infinite loop, what happened, I explain you. Okay, so if we have given the condition here, so what time it will be terminated. Okay, so I need to give this one on I equal to I plus equal to 1. This thing we need to define. Okay, why? I explain you these things. Okay, this is the program of why. Okay, this is the while loop. What the thing we can do if we have not defined the condition false here? The same condition may be happen in the for loop also. If the condition will never become false, then what will happen? It will always work. The loop will not terminate. When the loop will not terminate, then what will happen? It will occupy the space in the memory. When the system hang, basically infinite loop means what? Infinite loop means the loop is working infinitely. There is no any condition for the fails. When the condition will be false, then it will terminate and the control will go on the new line of the after the body of the loop. When the condition is never becoming false, then always it will be work and it will take some space in the memory. A space in the memory means what? The memory allocation will be happen in the RAM. When the RAM memory will be full, then what will happen? It will be hang. Then at the time we are telling that this is the infinite loop. Okay, so you can see here, this is our resource access. Now you can see here in my system, there are 16 GB RAM. Okay, while in 16 GB, 7.9 GB RAM is already using. The left space we have, so our system is working fine. When it will be occupy around 15 GB of a space. So if more 7 GB space will be taken by any program or anything, the system will be hanged, because after then there will be no space available in our system for working proper for the OS operating system. When the operating system has not gotten any space in the memory, at the time our system will be hanged, means our system will stop giving the response. When it will giving the stop response, then what will happen? Our system will be hanged. Then we need to start the system. So what's happening in virus also, when anyone will be attacking your system, sometimes your system will be go hang. Always after some time, it automatically it will be hang. Means automatically some code is executing by itself. Okay, at the time our system will be hang, and this is generally called virus. Okay, so if we define a loop infinite way means the way in there is no any condition to terminate the loop. There is no any condition to stop the loop or any functions. It will automatically call and it is not giving. It is not facing any the false condition. It is always true condition. If it is always true condition, then it will create a problem. This with the true condition of the loop, it's called infinite loop. When we are using any loop without false condition, it will become infinite loop. So in any condition, our condition is not going in any time, at any time after 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, our condition is not going fail. So when it will not fail, then automatically the same control will come here and it will be stuck here. So this is called the infinite loop. Okay, here in while loop, what we are doing here. So first of all, we need to define some variable here, or either we can use when we will work with the collection of the Python, then we will understand with the list also, tuple also, dictionary also, or set also. We can use in for loop also, in the while loop also. Right now, only we need to understand how the while loop works. First of all, we have defined our variable here, and we are checking this if the value of I is or less than, then it will work. So what I am doing here now, if I have defined here I equal to, it will start I value equal to 10 right now. Okay, sorry, here I don't need to use 10. Otherwise, it will be not execute at any time. Automatically, it will go outside. This thing I want, I need to start with 1, not 10. I need to start with 1. Okay. So when it will be a 1, when the control will be executed from here, it will the I value in the I variable, the value 1 will be assigned here. After then the control will come here. Then what will happen? It will go here and it will check what I means 1. 1 is less than 10. It's true. Then the control will come here automatically in this line. Okay. Then it will be a print there. Printing means what? 1 will come here. After then it will come here. What's happening here? We are doing the increment. This is the shorthand increment. What we have done is this. What is the meaning of this? This meaning I equal to I plus 1. I equal to I plus 1 means what? What the value of the I? I is 1. 1 plus 1 means we have assigning in this variable I value 2. Now what will happen? Now the value 2 will be assigned to this variable. Now again, after then what is again? Again it's coming from here. Checking the condition. Now what the value of I is 2. 2 is less than 10. If the condition is true. So again the control will come here. What will happen here? Then it will be 2. After then again the control will come here. Now again what? The value of I is now 2. 2 plus 1, now it will become a 3. So in this way, it will be increment till 9. Okay. So right now, our I value is 9. After then what will happen? When it will print here, again it will come here. 9 plus 1 means, 9 plus 1 means what? It will be 10. So we can here put I value is 10. And now it will come here and it will check. 10 is less than 10, no false. Then automatically when the condition of the loop is false, it will be always send the control outside of the body of the loop. Means if the condition will be false here, automatically the no line of the code of the body in the loop, either for loop, either while loop, it will not execute. Automatically from here, the control compiler will send the control outside of the body. Outside of the body means what the inside of this column, there are 2 columns. What the inside of the one indentation space. This is the one indentation space, one indentation. This is the body. This print I plus equal to 1. This is the body of this while loop, because with the help of indentation, it's working. So after then automatically control will send here nothing. If anything will be available, it will execute. Otherwise, it will stop the execution of the program. So this is the concept of the loop, either with the for loop, while loop in all programming languages. So in this way, basically we are doing. So now we need to run here the program also. We can use nested while also. Okay, this is possible. So we have defined here I equal to 1, I less than 10, then print. Or either we can do print before, or either we can do print later also, no problem. So then I equal to plus 1. Okay. Now you can see one is coming in the single line and this is coming in a new line. Why? Because here print statement we are using. If we use again here in, then this will come outside in the same line. In the same way it's working. So we can use nested while loop also, it's possible. If we define here the body, like for example, I have printed while, okay. Like again, I am using 1 j equal to 1. Now while j less than 5. After that I, sorry, it was had me stopped. Let me share again my screen. Okay. So what will happen here? We can use the nested while loop also. Okay. What we can do here? Inner while loop. And after then we are printing here, comma, j. Okay. After then what we are doing here? Again, we need to give with in equal to, let me check. Then again I need to print. Then okay. I need, oh, now you can see it's working in an infinite way. Okay, I need to stop this program. Okay, now you can see it has become an infinite loop. So what is happening? You can see here what's happening here. And when it is printing means it is taking some space in the memory. Okay, you can see here how much time it has printed. It has printed a lot of time. Why? Because I have not increment or decrement the j. Okay, so we need to give j plus 1. Now it will be executed fast. Now you can see here. So what the thing we have done? If we have mistakenly, we have done not increment or decrement, when the condition will be not false, automatically it will come infinite. Okay, still you can see here how many times 1 to 4, 1 to 4. How many times? It's printing 9 times, because one time this loop will come, and again after then 5 times it will come back. Then again second, then again 5 times, means it will come in the 9 times. So we can use also while loop as a nested also. Means inner loop we can implement in the while also. Now this thing also we can print using the while loop also, but the standard way is we need to use our for loop here. Okay, so now for and while loop both are completed. What are the control statement? Basically, these control statement we use with the loop. Okay, why? Because in some condition, on the basis of some condition, we want to terminate the looping concept without completion of the condition false. So at that time, we are using the break statement here. So what is breaks? Breaks is a keyword in Python, predefined keyword. Okay, what is the role of the break? So it terminates the loop and transfer the execution of the statement immediately outside of the loop. Means if we have defined, it terminates the loop when break statement, break keyword will come and it will send the control outside of the loop body. How? So we can define here, for example, we are using a for loop. Okay, we are using this for I in range. Right now we are using a range, but later we will use list and collection of the Python. Okay, so now here if we do not want this loop iteration till 10 times. I only want here I, if I equal to 5. Then I want break. So here we can use break. Then what will happen? After then it will not print the values. So here I am printing the I value. Print I. Now what you can see here. Now we are using the for I in range 1 comma, either we can do that 10. Now if I equal to 5, then we want to break the loop. Okay, now we are printing here. Before I'm printing print I. Then what will happen? We have defined the value. If we will not use this one, what will happen? It will be print the values from 1 to 10, means 1 to 9. Here we have not given, so it will start from 0. So it will print value 0 to 9. Okay, I am using this one. So it will be easy for us to see the values. So it is starting from 0, it's printing till 9. If I apply this one, then what is the thing it is coming? So it is starting from 0, but the control, when the condition is true here, basically break continue, we are applying only on the basis of conditional statement. Always we apply directly, we never apply break. What will happen if we are applying the break here? Then what will happen? Now no statement will be printed, because when the control will come, you automatically break. So the when the break is coming, automatically it will go the outside of the body. How? I explain. Now we can see what will happen according to these. It should be print value from I should be become from 0 to 9. Means it should print 0, then 1, then 2 till it should print 9. But when this program will execute, when this condition will be true, when the value of I will become 5, then what will happen? If the value of I will be 5, then what will happen? It will come in this condition. When it will come in this condition, when the break statement will come, what will happen? What the body of this loop, it will be terminated by the compiler. Automatically the control will go outside of the body. So what the outside of the body we have given here in any parent statement, in anything, automatically it will come here directly. It will not go, and it will not go there, and it will not check. This thing never happens. Okay, when it will be true, automatically from here the control Python compiler will send the control outside of the body of the current loop. In which loop the break will found, automatically it will go outside. So we can use break also in the nested loop. Okay, we can use same thing in a nested loop. So automatically what will happen? It will come outside of that current loop. So we can show here also. I have given here single nested loop, single loop. Okay, now if I given here for I in range 1,5, smaller value we are taking. Now I am printing for print I in and if no for j in range 3, print j equal to comma j because we have given here this one now. So what will happen? So it will come just after this one. So if for example if I am giving here, then you can understand what is happening. And after then here I can check if j equal to 2, then we want break. And what you can see here, so you can see j will be print only till 2. So you can see here what the value is coming here. So this is printing because we have done this one. So when it should come here now, before this, we want to send in a new loop, in a new line. So I remove this one. So it will be easy for you to understand. Why? So from here it will start what the values are coming, j equal to 0 before this. I use this one. So it is starting the value from here again, because here again we have used now. So before this one also with this, then it will go here. Print. Only print I need to give. Later we will do. Okay, now you can understand what happening. First of all, because I have given this one, so automatically it's coming here. Then what happening? This one is printing with the help of this I loop. After then it's coming here j equal to 0. So what is happening is j0, j1, j2. When the value is j going to 2, automatically it will terminate, and again the control is coming here in the outer loop, this one loop, outer loop. So what will happen? It will start the value from 1 to 5. It should print the value 1 to 5. Of course, it will work 1 to 5. But we have applied this break in which statement? In which loop? So we have given this inside this inner loop, not in outer loop. So it will not give any impact on the outer loop. It will not give any impact. It will only give the impact only in the inner loop from here. That the body of the inner loop is what? So what will happen? When the control will come here, so first of all, if we print the value, again after that it will come the control here, then it will start from the 0, then it will print the value, the 0 value will give, j value will be 0, then 1, then 2. After then when the true will be get here, because we have given here 3. So it will not print the 3 value. When it will go to, automatically after execution of this line, it will go outside of this body, this inner body. That means it will come here. From here, what will happen? Again, the loop is available, or again, automatically the control will come. So with the help of this, basically we are handling some conditions when we are writing any program, or when we are running any software we are developing at the time. Sometimes we need to use break also. In some condition, we want to break the statement of the execution of the program, execution of the loop also. We can define body also. Basically, we define always in the loop. So this is the use of the break statement. Now the next one is continue. So continue is also a keyword in the Python. Basically, it is using returns the control to the beginning of the line. Okay. So it will, when will continue will come for execution by the Python compiler, then it sends the control to the beginning of the loop. So what's happening here? We need to print here the command here for so we are here. Now we are here. Okay. Now we need to give for I in range, comma 5. Print I equal to, comma I, if I equal to 2, then we have apply continue. It will not terminate the program execution. It will send the control to the, again, just it will escape that one. So in this way you will understand, otherwise you will not understand. We need to do in this way. So in this way you can understand. So you can see here I equal to 1, I equal to 3, I equal to 4. But I equal to 2 is not coming. So what is the difference between break and continue? The difference between break and continue, when the break statement will be encountered by the Python compiler, it will send the control outside of the loop. Always remember, outside. If we have defined here, so it will stop the further execution of the loop. But here in this continue statement, only that statement it will not execute. Why? What is happening here? Here I am doing what's happening here. Okay, what's happening? It's happening. I think I need to create a new one. Okay, what's happening here? When I range comma 1 minus 5 means it will start from 1, it will go till 4. Okay, what will happen? When the control will come here, first of all, okay, it will come here. What is the value of right now? The value of I is 1. The condition is false. I is 1 means the condition will false. It will not come in this body. Then it will come here. It will print the value means 1 will be print. Again from here, the control will come here in this way. Again, it will check the values. Now the what the value of I equal to 1. Now it will become 1. Increment automatically. The value of I will become a 2. So what will happen? It will come here in this way. So this condition will be true. What is the meaning of this condition will be true? Mean the continuous statement, what we will do, it will guide to the Python compiler, send the request to just above of the loop. So as body of the loop it will send. So below of this statement, what the statement we have given below the continue word, nothing will be executed. What the code we have defined here, it will not execute. Either this line of this line of this line of this line of. Nothing will be executed after execute by the continue statement. From where the control will directly go to the condition of the loop. Okay, while in break, it's going outside of the loop. This is the major difference between break and continue. These questions will always ask in the interview, what is the difference between break and continue? Now pass. Pass generally we use when we want to define the pass keyword. Basically we use when we want to define the syntax, programming syntax. But we don't want to define the body of the function. But we don't want to define of the body of the function. Means if anybody has know about the interface, they understand we have already defined the function there. The same way we can do here also. Like in Python also, ABC is available, abstract base class. We are using at the time pass function, pass keyword. ABC means abstract base class. In the later class, we will do understand what is ABC. So here, what is the role? When we want to define the function, like we have defined the display function here, but we don't want to define the body here. We want to only define the function name here or the class name here. Like if we define class meta, and here we don't want to define the class body. Okay, at that time we only give the passes keyword. So when we want to give the syntax of the function or either class, but we don't want to define the body of the function and body of the class, at the time we are using the pass keyword. Later when we will do the abstract base class, then we can understand easily what is the use of this pass. And when we will cover the class also, when we will use the inheritance, at the time also I will explain with the programs, though it will be easy for you to understand. So till then, what we have covered, loop and control statement. Now just we need to discuss few things here in this one, collections. What is collection? Collection is very important from the programming point of view in the Python, because because like if anybody has worked with the C programming languages, they know the array there. And here the same way, array is also available in the Python, but this is already package available. So we need to use the package of library. You can say here library. That is already predefined here, but in the normal way, we can't use array here. Like in this way, we are using in other programming languages, like if we are defining here in this C and C++, Java, or anywhere in the PHP programming. So it's called single array. Okay, like single array and multi-dimensional array we have defining here. Like this is a single array. Like this is a multi-dimensional array. When the rows and columns are available, both are available, more than one, then it is called multidimensional. When it's single available, then it is called single dimensional. Okay. Now here the normal way array is not available. If we want to use array, then we need to use import array. In the way, what is the mainly important in the Python is we are using list. This is very important in Python. What is the meaning of the list? So the meaning of the list, we can store the values inside the list. A lot of values we can store there. Okay. So this list will come inside the collections. So how many type of collections available in the Python? It's basically called 4 types of collections. Okay. So Python collection is a containing and used to store collection of data. Means when we want to store more than one values in a single variable, like here we have defined a variable. So how many values we can assign inside this variable? Only one value we can assign. If we want to use more than one value at the same time, if the record is 100, 200, 500, 1000, then how you will store? You will be create 10, 100 variable. So this is not possible. So in that case, we are using list. We can store more than one value in a list. And this is called also data structure in the Python. So how many types of the? So collection is also called data structure. Data structures in Python. So how many data structures are available? List. Then we use a tuple. A lot of questions will be come from list and tuple in the interview, and then sets. And then dictionary. We will discuss today only the list. Okay, so list means like what is the like homogeneous data we can store. Means single type of the data we can store in the array there. Okay, but in list we can use combination of the value we can store there. Okay, there is no any compulsory single data type value we can store. Like in array, in a normal way, when C, Python, anywhere, PHP, anywhere, Java, we are storing single value. Means if we have defined an array as a type of a string, only we can store a string value. If you store the numeric value, integer value, then it will throw error. Okay, but here, what are the advantages of the list? We can store any number of the value. Either one we can store, either ABC we can store, any collection of the values we can store inside one. And the two main things are very important here. List is a immutable. Immutable means after defining the list, we can add the value, update, and delete the values of list. So this is called immutable. Means immutable means we can't modify. Okay, so list is a data structures in the Python, collections in the Python, that is a mutable. Means after defining the list, after assigning the values in the list, we can change the value, we can add the value, update the value, delete the value. So this is called mutable data type. So we can modify the values, update the values, add the value, and delete the values. So this is called mutable. And tuple is immutable. If we have defined, we can't modify it. It will work like as a constant. So list has a very bigger chapter there. Just few points we need to discuss here, how we define in the Python programming. We can define this like this one. Generally, we need to give any name. Month name I am defining here, month equal to, and this one. Okay, this is the variable name. We always define list in a square bracket. Always remember, if anything we are storing using the square bracket, it is column list. So here we are storing Jan. Here we are storing Feb. Here we are storing March. And here we are storing 1, 2. Anyway, we can define, but this is a standard way. Like I'm giving the comma, either in the standard before. Any combination we can store. Now, how the value we can fetch from this one? So this is same way we can use the indexing here also available. First of all, I print the values, and I move these two values also. It will be easy. Now I want to print the value. Without this one also, first of all, I explain. Let me show here. So here, what is the meaning of this one? What will happen here? It will convert the things in this way. It's a single dimension. Okay. We can use multi-dimensional. So right now it's single dimension. So it will come in the 0 cell, means the January is coming on the 0 index. Feb is coming on the first index. March is coming on the third index. I 4, then 5th, then 6. Here it will come 4th. Here it will come 5th. Here it will come 6. Here it will come 7. So if we print here, so with the help of indexing, like it's going in a positive order, first manner. We can do in negative order also. We have already discussed in negative order, means in this way. In this way, we want to fetch, so it will come on the -1, then this will come on -2, then this will come in -3, then -4, then -5. This negative indexing we will cover in the next session. Right now only we are going with the positive index. Okay, so it's incremental order always. Always remember, and indexing always start in all programming language from the 0. It will never start from the 1. Okay, so it is starting from the 0, 1, 2, means it will come on the 0 index, it will come 1. So for example, if we want to fetch this value, okay, from this month list, what thing we need to do here, print, and here we need to give the list name. Because we have defined the list here, we are storing this list value inside this variable. Means what the variable we have given here, like month we have given here, what will happen? It will assign this all value inside this variable. Okay, this variable means it will allocate the space in the memory somewhere else, some part, some bit byte, it will take packet in the memory. Okay, so when we are representing this variable, means we are printing this variable, means we are representing this value. So for example, if directly I have printed this value, okay, month, then what will happen? Then you can see it's coming the whole values. Because when like variable we are printing, in variable what we are doing? Only the variable we have defined here, the value the printing. It is also called a variable, but this is a type of the list. This is the not normal variable. Like here we have defined var equal to, or either name equal to. For example, Python have defined. This is the normal variable. Single value we have assigned here. When we want to define more than one value in a single variable, we need to use, just remember, list. Here combination of values we are storing. Either it's string, either it's integer, either it's float, either it's double boolean type, any type of thing, float, double, anything we can store. Okay. And when we print this variable, what the variable we are using, this, so this is called a normal variable. But here, you will not call month is a variable. Month is a type of list of variable. So you will call month is a list. So here is the list. When we printing that all the values are coming. When we want to fetch a particular value on particular basis of cell indexing value, if we print 0 here, then what will happen? One single value will come. Then you can see Jan is coming. If we print here 1, then here 5 here are coming. In this way, what we can do? We can print the values from the list. Same thing, we are getting 1 by 1 here. We can apply the loop here also. For I, for the again any name, I you can give also I in range. Sorry. Then we don't need to give here. We need to give month. The list name directly we can give here. And if we print here, then what will happen? You can see. So before this, I need to give this one. So you can see here, Jan, Feb, March, 1, 2. What the values are available here? It's printing 1 by 1. You can see here. It's printing 1 by 1. So with the help of this, we can also do, and we can apply the slicing, other things also. Then coming session, in coming class, we will go more deeper in the list. And that class, we will cover also the tuple and the, because the list is a very bigger. So I will separate the one class for the list. In the list, we will understand list comprehension. When we go right, it will become complicated. Okay. So in the coming session, only we will discuss in the basic part of the list, tuple, sets, and dictionary. Then we go more deeper in the list also, because list is a very complicated. A lot of questions are coming from the list in the interview. This is very important points. List and dictionary, these two are very important in the programming in the Python. A lot of questions they will ask from you in the list and dictionary. Tuple we are using, but very less question will come from here. Okay, so that's for today. And you